Welcome to the channel. Based on real data, we recreate the details of Band-Aid turned into a lawsuit, part 1. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like, share and press the bell to receive notifications every time the channel releases the latest video. And now, please review the details of neighbors' battle over parking lot crash. Part 1. Int. County courtroom morning. Fluorescence buzz. The gallery shifts in their seats as the bailiff calls the room to order. The judge settles behind the bench, schemes the file. Judge. We'll stay with facts and keep answers crisp. Ms. Argo, you and the plaintiff live in the same apartment complex? Miss Argo. Yes. Judge. On December 10, 2013, there was an incident involving her truck and your 2003 Oldsmobile Alero? Miss Argo. There was something, her truck was parked. My car was moving. My daughter Jenna was with me. Judge. Was your car insured? Miss Argo. Yes. Judge. Time of day? Miss Argo. Evening, about 7. Judge. Did you see Miss Hartung that night? Miss Argo. Yes, later. Judge. We'll get there. First, any contact between your Alero and her truck? Miss Argo. No. Judge. All right. After 7 p.m., where were you headed? Miss Argo. I dropped Jenna at a movie and came back home. Judge. And then? Miss Argo, careful. I went next door to talk to Chrissa. A ripple passes through the room. Judge. Chrissa spelled how? Miss Argo. CHRISSA. Judge. How many times, during your tenancy, have you gone next door to chat with Chrissa? Miss Argo. None before that night. Judge. So on December 10th, after you say there was no contact with the plaintiff's truck, you dropped your daughter at the movie, returned, and for the first time ever decided to visit your next-door neighbor. Why? Miss Argo exhales. Because of the parking. She parks everywhere, not in a designated spot, like the rules don't apply. Judge. Do you have a building manager? Miss Argo. No. Judge. Landlord? Miss Argo. Yes. Judge. So complaints, garbage, dogs, parking, go to the landlord. Did you complain? Miss Argo. I texted and called him. Judge. He respond? Miss Argo. Not really. Nothing changed. Judge. Therefore you went to Chris's door to invite her for coffee? Miss Argo. No, to confront her about parking in the wrong spot again. Judge. Did she come to your place? Miss Argo. We were still moving and no. I knocked on her door. Judge. What happened? Miss Argo. I told her she was blocking people like usual. She got defensive. Voices went up. Jenna was in the car earlier and she screamed when we'd been boxed in before. This isn't the first time the orange key car was somewhere it shouldn't be. Judge. Focus. On this night, did you strike her truck? Nudge it? Brush it? Miss Argo. No. Judge. Did you threaten Chrissa? Miss Argo. No. I said the same thing I told the landlord. We all pay rent, we all share the lot, use your spot. Judge, to clerk. Mark that. To Argo. Did the argument continue? Miss Argo. It fizzled. I went inside. Judge. MS. Hartung, step forward. The plaintiff moves to the podium, arms folded tight. Judge. Your version. Plaintiff. Her car came through the lane too close to my truck. I heard that metal near metal sound and froze. Later she pounded my door about parking like I'm the problem. Judge. Any damage? Plaintiff. No visible dents. But it was close. Judge. Close isn't contact. Did you ask the landlord to assign spaces? Plaintiff. He doesn't respond. People park wherever. Judge. So everyone has a complaint, and nobody has a solution. The judge flips a page, taps her pen. Judge. Back to you, Ms. Argo. Earlier you said you'd called and texted the landlord about her parking. Can you show one message? Miss Argo holds up phone. Here, Chris's truck is across lines again. And this, can we get numbers on stalls? Judge. Noted. Any photos from the night? Miss Argo. No. It was dark. Judge. Was Jenna present when you spoke to Chrissa? Miss Argo. No. I'd already dropped her at the theater. Judge. Then Jenna's scream you mentioned? Miss Argo, small wince. That was from prior incidents when Chrissa blocked us. Jenna gets scared if we can't back out. Judge. Understood, but tonight we try one case at a time. The judge looks to the plaintiff. Judge. Miss Hartung, you're asking the court to find property damage or harassment? Plaintiff. Both. She's created a hostile environment. Every time I park I wonder if her Alero will scrape me or if she'll knock on my door again. Judge. Do you have any repair bills? Plaintiff. No. But the stress. Judge. Stress is not a small claims line item unless it's tied to provable conduct, threats, stalking, or damage. Parking complaints belong with the owner of the building. She turns a page. Judge. Ms. Argo, you've been candid. You confronted your neighbor. That's not illegal, but it's unwise when there's a landlord. Tonight's facts: you deny contact, plaintiff can't show a scratch, there's no witness confirming a hit, and the time frame is 7 p.m. to the confrontation at the door. I do, however, see a routine: unassigned spaces, frayed tempers, a child who's frightened when exits are blocked. The judge leans forward, voice calmer. Judge. Here's the law wrapped in a life lesson: apartment lots run on lines, painted or remembered. You cross them with your bumper or your tone, you buy yourself a day in court. Beat. Judge. Rulings. Property damage claim, denied. There's no evidence of contact on December 10th. Harassment, denied for lack of qualifying conduct. A single door knock and a heated conversation do not meet the standard. Equitable orders to keep the peace. Both parties will use designated spots if marked. If no markings, the landlord must, within 30 days, number the stalls or issue written parking assignments. Neither party may block ingress/egress or hold spaces with cones or garbage cans. No confrontations at doors. Future complaints go in writing to the landlord, with a photo attached. If a vehicle is blocked, call the non-emergency police line for an incident number, not each other at midnight. Plaintiff, tight. So nothing happens to her? Judge. Something happens to both of you, you get rules. Break them, and the next paper in your hands may be a citation or an order of protection if tempers keep rising. She looks to Argo. Judge. Ms. Argo, you will not knock on Chris's door about parking again. You've tried the amateur manager route. It failed. Miss Argo, quiet. Understood. Judge, to plaintiff. And you will park between lines when they appear, or as reasonably straight as the space allows when they don't. If the landlord ignores you, you each bring me a written log and photos next time. I prefer records to recollections. The judge signs a short order and hands it to the clerk. Judge. Case concluded. The court expects boring parking from both of you. Boring is peace. Bailiff. All rise. EXT apartment lot dusk. Sodium lights flicker on. A faded lot striped in memories instead of paint. The Alero noses into a space, across the lane, Chris's truck straightens, engine ticking down. They shut doors. No words. Int. Hallway, moments later. Miss Argo pauses at her door, looks toward Chris's. She doesn't knock. She takes out her phone, opens a draft email to the landlord, please number the stalls. Attaching photos. She adds 2 pictures of the lot and hits send. EXT complex, continuous. Chrissa stands by her truck, measuring the distance to the curb like it might scold her. She pulls forward, centers the wheels, and kills the lights. Her shoulders drop a notch. Int. Miss Argo CR night. Jenna buckles in after the movie, cheeks flushed. Miss Argo checks mirrors, breathes. The lane ahead is clear. Jenna. Are we stuck? Miss Argo, soft. Not tonight. They back straight out, taillights floating red in a lot that, just for now, behaves. Thank you for watching the whole video. Please subscribe to the channel, like, share and press the bell to receive notifications every time the channel releases the latest video. Sincerely thank you, goodbye and see you again.